A Very Old Man with Enormous Wings, by Gabriel Garcia Marquez.
The light was weak, even at noon. When Pelayo was coming back to the house, it was hard for him to see what was moving and groaning in the rear of the courtyard. He had to go very close to see that it was an old man, a very old man. The man was lying face down in the mud. In spite of his tremendous efforts, the man couldn't get up, impeded by his enormous wings. Frightened by the sight, Pelayo ran to get Elisenda, his wife.
She was putting compresses on their sick child.
He took her to the rear of the courtyard. They both looked at the fallen body.
The man was dressed like a rag picker. There were only a few faded hairs on his bald skull, and very few teeth in his mouth. His pitiful condition seemed that of a drenched great-grandfather. This took away any grandeur he might have had. His huge buzzard wings, dirty and plucked, were entangled in mud. They looked at him so long and so closely that Pelayo and Elisenda very soon overcame their surprise. In the end, they found him familiar. Then they dared speak to him. He answered in an incomprehensible dialect with a strong sailor's voice. They concluded that he was a lonely castaway from some foreign ship, wrecked by the storm. Then they called in a neighbor woman to see him.
"He's an angel. He must have been coming for the child, but the poor fellow is so old that the rain knocked him down."
On the following day, everyone knew that a flesh-and-blood angel was held captive in Pelayo's house.
Pelayo watched over him all afternoon from the kitchen, armed with his bailiff's club.
Before going to bed, he dragged him out of the mud and locked him up with the hens in the chicken coop. A short time afterward, the child woke up, without a fever, and with a desire to eat.
Then they felt magnanimous. They decided to put the angel on a raft, with fresh water and provisions for 3 days, and leave him to his fate on the high seas. But when they went out into the courtyard at the first light of dawn, they found the whole neighborhood in front of the chicken coop having fun with the angel. The visiting him things to eat through the openings in the coop. The news of the captive angel spread with great rapidity. After a few hours, the courtyard had the bustle of a marketplace. The couple had to call in troops to disperse the mob. They got the idea of fencing in the yard and charging 5 cents for admission to see the angel. The curious came from far away. The most unfortunate invalids on earth came in search of health. Pelayo and Elisenda were happy with fatigue. In less than a week, they had crammed their rooms with money. Still, the line of pilgrims, waiting their turn to enter, reached beyond the horizon. The angel was the only one who took no part in his own act. He spent his time trying to get comfortable in his borrowed nest. At first, they tried to make him eat some mothballs, but he ate nothing but eggplant mush. His only supernatural virtue seemed to be patience.
He was quite patient when the hens pecked at him, searching for the parasites in his wings. He was patient again when the visitors pulled out his feathers to touch their limbs with. He remained patient when even the most merciful threw stones at him. After all, they were only trying to get him to rise so that they could see him standing. It so happened that during those days, there arrived in the town a traveling show. Main attraction was a mysterious spider-like creature. It was revealed by a burst of thunder and lightning. The admission fee to see the creature was less than the fee to see the angel, so the people flocked to see it.
They were also permitted to ask her all manner of questions about her absurd state.